Hello my fierce art family, as promised from my previous video, art haul from Poland with Renesans watercolors. This is the follow-up video wherein we're going to do the swatches for this Renesans Extra Fine 24 watercolor travel box right here, and using the two Renesans brushes that I got from that haul as well. Without further ado, let's get started. Hi, my name is Elizabeth and welcome back to my art YouTube channel. I just wanted to extend my gratitude to everybody who have seen, watched, comment, liked, and shared my art haul from Poland YouTube video. There's a lot of comments and I am so overwhelmed. I'm so thankful, everybody. So I took time and now we are going to swatch these beautiful watercolors right here. How about let's get to know Renesans a little bit more before we do the swatches. Since 2014, Renesans has been exhibiting at the International Fair in Frankfurt, the world's largest fair for producers of artistic materials. The Renesans become a point of reference for many Polish artists and painters. They continue to develop and set themselves to big challenges. The Renesans brand is highly influenced by Polish artists. It was them who allowed this brand to be developed and improved. The Renesans brand in Poland is handmade and industrially produced high-quality paints and artistic materials. They have a variety of products ranging from paint materials such as oil, acrylic, watercolors, tempera, gouaches, several types of inks, and even varnishes, media solvents, and products for workshop graphics. Also the ones that are used for gilding and conservation, hobby materials, canvases, painting, and various accessories. Renesans is inspired by Poland, who have been reborn through the years. And artists, as always, are ready to face the future with curiosity, courage, and tradition. This is the meaning of the winged lion on the logo of Renesans, which fits into the common history of all Europe. This is the watercolor set that we are going to swatch for today. At the back looks like this. There is an extra sheet of paper that has the information, mostly just the name and the sample swatch color of the colors that we have inside. And then it says 24 set right here. I bought it for 143 zloty. And then, yeah, handmade in Poland by Renesans. It says in there. Artists for artists. Okay. So it says a very simple tin. And it looks like this. Ta-da! It has this super beautiful swatch card that we so appreciate so much. And it has like a slot for all of the colors up to the number 54 over here. But currently they have 56 now since they have a gold and a silver, which I also already have. These are the 24 colors that we have in here. I prepared my swatch card, which is from now on. This is how I will be swatching them until further notice. So there, and I'm so excited, so let's do it. These half pants looks like candy. So cute. So let's unwrap this one. Okay, so I have a sticker over here. One side is a barcode. The other side says 1.5 godet or 1.5 ml, handmade in Poland with Arabic gum and honey. Over there. Okay. And then on this side says Renesans Extra Fine Artist Watercolors. So is it all just, yep, all everybody has just 3 sides. Okay. I'm unwrapping one in real time, but the rest I am just Ta-da! Now it's all unwrapped, so we can start swatching. So here on my swatch page, I have already written the name of the color, pigment information. We have here the opacity. Staining is the triangle one, and then the number at the very end right here corresponds to light fastness. So they grade their light fastness 8 for excellence, 7 for very good, and 6 for good. The brush that we're going to use for swatching today is this Renesans 3020 Mop in 0. I noticed that the pans look wet because of the honey binder, so I'm not going to pre-wet it, so I'm just going to just swatch straight away, grab a little bit of water, and just swatch right away. So first we have here white titanium, and this one says opaque, semi-staining, and excellent in light fast. That's titanium white with PW6 titanium dioxide. This next one is the Naples yellow reddish with pigments PW6, PR254, and PBR6. It is claimed to be opaque, semi-staining, and excellent light fast. Just add a little bit more here. I noticed that the first one, the PW6 titanium white, is very opaque, and since that pigment is present on the Naples yellow reddish, I think that's the reason why this is more opaque also. I noticed that like adding a little bit more color at the top here, it almost covers up the information on the top right corner, but we would find out how it is when it dries down. Next we have here lemon yellow. Lemon yellow has PY3, and then this one is said to be semi-transparent, semi-staining, and very good on the light fast. So this does not have an excellent light fast rating, just very good, which is number 7. Next we have 𝙇𝙄𝙆𝙀, and 𝙇𝙄𝙆𝙀 has PY65 and PY3, so 2 yellow pigments. And 𝙇𝙄𝙀 is semi-transparent, semi-staining, and very good on the light fast rating. Now we have cadmium orange, and it's PO20. Okay, this one seems beautiful. So it is semi-transparent, staining, and has excellent light fast rating. Here we have cadmium red pale, and it has PR108. Opaque, semi-staining, and excellent light fast rating. Now we're swatching Cadmium Red Deep. Cadmium Red Deep has PR106. It's opaque and staining. So we have several cadmiums here. We have 3 now. Now let's swatch Geranium Lake. Geranium Lake, oh wow, that's intense. This one has PR63:1. It says semi-opaque and semi-staining. Also very good on the light fast, but I feel like it's gonna be staining much more, but that's how they rated it. Add a little bit more to the top. Now to the next row, starting off with Mineral Violet, and that is right here, which is noticeably shrunken. Like there's only a few watercolors in that half pan, almost half of the half pan. I know that they are hand poured, so maybe they shrunk after. I noticed that this one, the last color, which is a black, is full up to the very top. And this one also right here. But the rest are not super full. I don't know if this is like one of the old sets that they have. Or I don't know, I'm not really sure. Maybe I should contact Renesans and we will find out. But okay, going back, we have here Mineral Violet. Okay, this Mineral Violet, I usually love this color. Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. That's beautiful. So intense. Covered up the entire top part. I haven't even read that. So it's rated semi-transparent, semi-staining, and 7, which is very good on the light fastness. Now to a cobalt, we have cobalt blue, and cobalt blue is PB28, and this one is semi-transparent. It's semi-staining and 8 on the light fastness. Okay, there. I think I did not grab lots of color in the first swatch, but here you go. It does not say if it's granulating or whatnot. I also checked their website. So it's just the opacity, staining, and the light fastness that they mentioned in there. But this usually is a granulating color. Okay, now I'm playing. Let's move on. Here is a unique color. It's called Poland Blue. Poland Blue on the packaging, and then on the outer part, or what I mean is right here, it says Polish Blue number 23. But on the one that's wrapping the half pants, it says Poland Blue. It has PB15:1. Usually PB15 is a phthalo blue. Okay, you know what? This is very different from the pen than the swatches. On the pen, it's more of like a blue violet. But here, so maybe it will differ on the dry down. Let me just add a little bit more over here. And then we'll see later on. I also noticed that these two over here, the lemon yellow and the gamboge, is pretty close to each other. Very similar. Now another different name is this called Paris Blue, which has PB27 and PG7. Oh, that's beautiful. I like this type of blue. So this one says that it is semi-opaque and then semi-staining, 7 on the light fast rating. Oh, there, look at that. That's so beautiful. Now this is one of my favorite colors so far, but of course we would love to see how it performs as it dries down. PB27 is Prussian blue and PG7 is a phthalo green. So that's combined on this Paris blue. So those are the 12 colors on the top row, and now we will proceed to the bottom row, starting off with this cobalt turquoise. Cobalt turquoise says that it's opaque and that it is staining and has excellent light fast rating. Oh, okay, not so much. All right. So this one has 2 pigments, PB36 and PG50 original, it says. Okay. Oh, all right, that's it. I was trying to see if like could be more intensified. Yeah. That's me grabbing more pigment, grabbing more color several times already. Now it's time for Venetian yellow, and Venetian yellow has PY53. It is semi-opaque, staining, and has excellent light fast rating. I think that this yellow is a little too milky. It doesn't say that it has PW6. There's no mix of a white, but I feel like it's just way too milky. If I am going to set up my own palette, I am probably going to put this one right after Naples Yellow Reddish, because it was like of the same consistency as these two, the titanium white and the Naples yellow. Anyways, let's proceed to the next one. Here we have golden green, and golden green is semi-opaque, semi-staining, and 7 on the light fast rating, which is very good. This one has PY83 and PG17. Well, it's a pretty decent gold color. I wouldn't call it green gold because the green doesn't really show so much, or maybe we wait until the dry down. Maybe the magic happens then. But at the moment, on the initial swatching, it's more of a gold. Now we have Cinnabar Green Pale, and that is this color. This one says semi-opaque. It's non-staining and has very good light fast rating. This one has PG7, PY3, and PY83. We have 2 yellows in this one. Seems like there's a lot of yellows in this set. Well, since it's a 24 set, that is possible. When I put a little bit more of the color, I see the PG7 coming through. So let's see how it is on the dry down. Okay. Now it's time for zinc green. And this has PG7 and PY3. This one is semi-opaque, semi-staining, and has excellent light fast rating. PG7 and PY3 on this one. This color reminds me quite a lot of a spring green on other brands. Interesting to see how it dries down. Some of our other colors have already dried down, but we can talk about that once everything is all swatched out. Another green. This time we have Hooker's green, which is so dark on the pen. This one is, oh wow, that looks like this is going to be a granulating shade. This has PG8. It says Naphthol green in there. Alright, so this one, only a single pigment, okay. And it is semi-opaque, staining, and non-light fast or just good. This is the only one that I see that they put a 6 on the rating, and mind you, I also double checked that on their website. Also, I noticed that some of the colors, they are a little different on the individual sticker packaging than how it is labeled on the website. I will talk about that more later because there's one color that's like completely different. But yeah, beautiful color, but 6 means that's fugitive. Oh, but it's beautiful. I really like this type of green. Oh, that's sad. Let's go to the next one. So raw sienna. This one is opaque and staining, and it says that it has excellent on the light fast rating. We have PBR7 for this one, an earth pigment. Okay, too much water. Goodness. Okay, let me put a little bit more pigment over here. Yeah, I think that is quite opaque than other raw siennas I have met in my life. Okay. Here we have Style de Grain, and Style de Grain is opaque and semi-staining with excellent light fast rating. It has 3 pigments. This one has PY42, PBR6, and PBK7. It has a black in there. Okay. Doesn't really show through too much. More of the PBR6. See if I can add a little bit more on the top. Now we're swatching raw umber, and raw umber is semi-opaque and semi-staining, 8 on the light fast rating, and it's a PBR7, which is an earth pigment. Okay. I took a lot of water again, my apologies. Okay, I'm gonna try to grab some from the side. Okay, there you go. I like how this one flows. Okay, I'm enjoying raw umber. I see you. Now we are swatching sepia. So sepia is opaque. It's semi-staining. Oh, that is indeed opaque. And 8 on light fast rating. Should be excellent. We have 2 pigments for sepia. A PY42 and a PBK7. Okay. A little bit more here. Now it's time for Payne's Gray, and Payne's Gray says that it is opaque and staining. 7 on the light fast rating. It has PB27, which is so evident on this swatch, and a PBK11. Okay. Alright, that is quite a blue Payne's Gray. So Payne's Gray could be leaning towards a purplish gray or a bluish gray, and this one definitely is on the bluish gray side. Reminds me of a lunar blue. Or Payne's blue gray. Beautiful nonetheless, but for what I am thinking of using it, mostly for shadows, it's a little bit too blue for my liking, but I'm sure I can still use it for something else. Last but definitely not the least, we have here Ivory Black. This is that color that I was telling you is different from the wrapping on the information on the wrapping sticker and on the website, because on the sticker it says that it is semi-opaque and semi-staining, but on the website it says that it is opaque and staining, which makes more sense. Look at that. Already covered the top part, already covered the middle part even. Yeah, this is really opaque. I think this will be nice to mix with some blue to make another Payne's Gray. Maybe the PB15 colon 1, which is the Poland blue. You know what? I cannot wait to do another video wherein I'm just going to do some mixes using these watercolors. Let me know if that sounds like a good idea for you. Also, please let me know if you also have this set and what do you think about it. If there's some things that I said that you do not agree on, or you wanted to clarify some things, please do so. You know that I am not so perfect. I'm not perfect at all. Not claiming to be, so learning from you guys would be really such a privilege. Now that it have already dried down, we can talk about it a little bit more. So starting off with the white titanium. So here we see that this is quite opaque, PW6, and the same as the Naples yellow reddish, which will be beautiful for some skin tones, like fair skin tones. The lemon yellow and the gamboge, I do not really see a lot of difference. Look at that. This palette can do with just one, or yeah, they could be just like a little bit more different than this one. And then here we have cadmium orange. That looks like a beautiful orange. We have the cadmium red pale and the cadmium red deep. And we just have a warmer and a cooler one. And then the geranium lake. I have used all of these watercolors, by the way, on the sample painting, and I will show it to you right after this. I like the geranium lake. It's beautiful. Something that's very difficult to lift is the mineral violet. This one stains quite a lot, and I will show you also. Cobalt blue and Poland blue. Initially, when I swatched it, I thought that there was no difference, just like this two right here, but no. And right now, we can see that it is much more different. So, cobalt blue, yeah, a little bit lighter, and Poland blue is just a beautiful blue. Paris blue, super exciting. I like this one. Cobalt turquoise, that's a little bit dark for a turquoise, but it works. Venetian yellow, I still believe that should be right after the Naples yellow. Golden green, now that it dries down, it really looks super pretty, but the green is really not showing through. More of like just the golden color for me. Cinnabar green pale, this have a pinch of green showing through. We have the zinc green right here. Beautiful. Still reminds me of spring green. Hooker's green. Oh, I love that one. And the dry down is just so stunning also. It's just so sad that it's just 6/8 of the light fastness. Raw sienna is now better than when I was swatching it. The dry down is, yeah, like a lot more better. Still the grain. It's an okay color. Raw umber, nice, but I feel like I wanted it to be a little bit more intense, a little bit more, yeah, but it's okay. It should be transparent. Sepia, dark brown, works nice. Payne's gray. I am actually surprised because I like using this one. And then lastly, we have the ivory black, which is very opaque, very nice. So now I am going to show you another swatch that I did off camera because I wanted to see like how it performs with some tiny illustrations and swatching it with another paper. So the swatches with my other one right here looks pretty much the same as the one that we did live on camera. So this one, I just concentrated a little bit more on the mass tone, and then I lifted just to see its staining property. So I just manually lifted this using a brush, and I did not really use some, let's say like a tissue paper or a towel to remove it, just a regular dry brush. All right, so these are my tiny illustrations, super cute. You know what? This is how I have been swatching my watercolors from way back. Do you want to see a sneak peek? I'll show you. This is where I swatched them. Just a regular, very affordable watercolor paper with 20 sheets and 300 grams cellulose. So here, that's the Daniel Smith on the top right here. And then I have my Sennelier set here. Usually this is the 12 pan set that I have. 𝘎𝙀 I haven't played with, so I have a space for it. Roman Schmal, and that's the travel set. This is Rosa. And this is the one with the 14 classic watercolors. That's another one, which is Urban Sketch Kit by Roman Schmal. So far that's the ones that I have, which I will be showing you later on when we talk about those specific palettes. So every palette I have a theme. For this time, I chose some cute desserts that like would match the colors that we have right here. So yeah, I really had fun creating this one. I'm just really sad about the green because I really like that one. But yeah, so hopefully they reformulate the Hooker's green in the future. So those are the swatches, and then now we talk about some sample painting. So I searched for a colorful place in Poland that could best represent these watercolors. So I painted this beautiful landmark from the city of Poznan on the Water River in western Poland. It's known for universities as well as its old town with Renaissance-style buildings in the old market square. So Poznan town hall houses, the historical museum, and so much more. So that is the inspiration behind this landscape. Yeah, so here you go. For this one, I have used the Payne's Gray and the Ivory Black for our lamp post. But I started with the wet on the background, just like putting all of the colors right there. And yeah, so, and then we do the houses. So most of the shadows is just a muted Payne's Gray, or I probably just mixed a 𝘾𝙀𝙬𝙀𝙀, that lamp black with some other lighter colors, maybe a lemon yellow or a Venetian yellow. So this is what I'm telling you earlier. As you see, this one was the mineral violet. I do not know why it went there. But yeah, it was difficult to lift. And so was this house, but I like how this house looked like. So there's like tiny houses that are like super close to each other, but they're like very tall. And then we have some like this huge umbrella. There's a restaurant in there. So yeah, this is the sample painting that I have, and I pretty much enjoyed it. For the roof, I did a mixture of the cadmium red pale, cadmium orange, and some lemon yellow. Yeah, I think I used a little bit of the raw sienna over there as well. So that's the painting that we have. And I tried to do another painting because I feel like, okay, I tried it with this Fabriano watercolor paper that I have. But there's a paper that I really love, which is 100% cotton, and it's super rough. But the paper is not so stiff at all. But I love painting on this style right here. So yeah. On my flowers, I use several different colors. We have the cadmium red pale, just straight off from the pan. And then this flower right here, that's a geranium lake. And then we have the orange right there. Of course, this one right here is mineral violet. Okay, for the base right here, I have a Payne's Gray in there, and then we have sepia over here. And the greens are, of course, the zinc green and hooker's green, but I mixed some of the greens also, just either Poland blue and gamboge, or cobalt blue and lemon yellow is mixed in there. Yeah, so I had so much fun with this color. So those are the swatches that we have. 2 sample paintings, and maybe I can give you a verdict. I think that this watercolor palette could really do the job. And if you just find the right paper, just try it on different papers, use different brushes to work with it, and yeah, just play with water and the different techniques, and yeah, it does the job. So of course, there's a lot of other colors that are much more of a standout than the other ones. And they have another watercolor, like Renaissance also have this intense watercolors in tubes. I hope that we get to try that so we can compare it with this one. But I could really understand why a lot of people would go ahead and grab these watercolors, the Renesans Extra Fine watercolors, because they're very affordable. We saw some shortcomings wherein some pans are not full at all. But yeah, but it's very easy to row it. That is the pro part of this one. And you only need a little bit of pigment, and a little goes a long way for most of the colors over here. yeah, I really enjoyed painting with this one, and I like the two paintings that I created with it. But let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the swatches and the painting. There you have it, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me on this swatch session using the Renesans Extra Fine 24 Watercolor travel box, and that I am hoping you enjoy our swatches, the sample painting, and just the difference between using different papers with this watercolor also. And I hope that this helps if you're in the market of looking for an affordable watercolor that does the job. So there you go. And if you like this type of video, I would love to hear it on the comment section down below, because it takes a lot of effort and so much time to create this video, and I just wanted to know if this one is something that you appreciate and that you enjoy, and perhaps we can make it a series. We do it every Saturday with different brands, so let me know down there. And please go ahead and keep in touch. Follow me on social media. Everything is at The Fierce Art. If you like this video, give it a like and share this video also, because that will really help my channel grow. I just started it a month ago, and I'm really happy and overwhelmed that I met a lot of artists, a lot of watercolor lovers around the world, and you know that I love to chat with all of you guys. So this has been Elizabeth, and see you on my next video.